Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be about working from home. So I've been working from home for about 3 years now, going on 4. I definitely get a lot of questions about what I need to do about working from home, what I need to have, what I need to do. Is this like legit or is it a scam? So why not? I decided to go ahead and make a video today for y'all about working from home. The things that you will need, the things that will get you far in working from home. So number 1 on the list, I wrote everything down. Number 1 on the list, working from home, you have to be disciplined. That's number 1. When you first start working from home, you definitely can't be here, there, everywhere. You have to be in front of the screen, especially if you are new. Well, it doesn't even have to be if you're new to working from home. If you're new to customer service, you definitely want to be disciplined when you first start out, because as time progresses, you'll find tricks and ways to kind of keep you engaged when working from home. There's things that I've learned over the years. So first thing first, everything that I discussed, I will definitely link it below. Everything you'll need, the sites that you can visit to search for at-home jobs, what you'll need to type in the search field, just pretty much everything that you need to know about working from home. I'm going to discuss majority of it. Well, everything that I've learned. All right, first thing first, working from home. First thing first, you definitely want to have a distraction-free environment. You want to have a closed-off room with a door. You definitely don't want your work at home space to be close to a window, because that kind of, that's kind of like security breaches, security hacks. Anybody could kind of, view the information that you're viewing. So you definitely want to have a distraction-free environment. You want to have something with a door. Number 2, when it comes to internet, you definitely want to have a strong internet connection. You cannot use Wi-Fi. I repeat, you cannot use Wi-Fi because Wi-Fi is not stable enough to work with the systems or programs that you'll be using with working from home. You definitely want to have a box that has the Ethernet port on the back, because you would have to be hardwired directly into the internet. So I'm going to show y'all an example of what your box would need to have. This is an old box that I used to use. So yeah. So what you'll want to do, you would want to have a box that has these ports on the back. You want to have something with these ports on the back. And you definitely want to, let's see. You definitely want to have an Ethernet cord. The other end is stuck, but you definitely want to have an Ethernet cord, because what's going to happen, you will have to connect this part in the back of this box, and then the other end goes in the side of your computer. So if you think you're finna work from home and you finna use Wi-Fi, that's not about to work at all. Next, most companies send you equipment. Some companies don't send you equipment. That's just how it goes. Over the years, I've learned that you definitely want to have a computer or something on standby. Let's see. Okay. You definitely want to have a computer or something on standby. I have a laptop. I have an HP laptop. It'll definitely work fine. Before, it depends on the company that you're with. That will determine if they're going to send you the equipment. Normally when you go and you apply for the job, it's going to tell you what you need. Well, they're not going to tell you what you need to have. They're going to tell you what your computer requirements would need to be. But some do send the equipment, and I'll definitely link everything below that I go over. Alright, so besides the internet, next would be your phone. You would want to have like a call center type phone. It doesn't have to be one of those big ones. It could be a little small one. This is the type of one that I have. Yeah, my workstation is a mess right now, so don't judge me. Alright, so you will want to have a phone. this is the type of phone. You don't have to use the one that I have, but this one was not that much. I've had it for 3 years now, and it works good. It definitely is noise cancellation. So this is what I want to say. This is a tip. If you're gonna have background noise, you definitely don't want to have the TV on. You don't want to have kids around that's talking. You don't want to be in a. You definitely don't want to have a lot of background noise. So a noise cancellation headset will kind of knock some of the noise out, but it's not gonna knock all of the noise out. So you definitely don't want to have everyone around when you're working. So I would suggest to go to a closed room with a door. That'll work fine for you. Next, the type of phone line that you would need a old POTS a traditional line. A POTS line is just basically a traditional line. That's what a POTS line is. A POTS line is where it's one of them old lines that goes directly in the wall. Doesn't have any feature, does not have call waiting, does not have call forwarding, it does not have long distance. You don't need any features on this line. No features. Now, if you stay with your parents like I do and you don't want to add to their bill, then I will link a company down below. It's prepaid. It's only like $23 a month. So it's kind of like if you pay it, it works. If you don't pay it, then your phone not going to work. So I'll link that down below. If y'all don't want to, add to y'all mama line like I did. Next, what you would need, what else you'll need? You'll need a computer for backup. You need a phone line. You need a phone. You would definitely need an Ethernet cord because that has to plug into your computer. Next, what you'll need next on the list would be what I want to go over. Next that you'll need is, I put distraction equipment you'll need. Next, you would definitely need a resume. This is a disclaimer. I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I've been working from home for a long time, and all of the companies that I have on my resume, I work for them. But if you don't have any customer service experience, if you've never worked in a call center before, if you never worked from home, there are some ways, tricks and tips to it to where you can finesse them. So you definitely want to have a appealing resume. You definitely want to have a resume that stands out to them. You definitely want something that can catch their eye. I definitely have helped people in the past. I do have a resume that I did create for people who don't have any customer service experience. So if anybody needs a resume to get a work at home job, hit your girl up. I definitely help you with that. Next is on the list is gonna be, if I miss anything, I'll definitely, by the end of this video, I definitely will remember to throw it in there. So if I miss anything, I'll definitely come back and address it. Next on the list would be the sites to use from work from home. Okay, many people probably use different sites for me. Hey, this is just my experience, what has worked for me. Yeah. So the sites that you would want to use, and remember, I would definitely link them below. The sites that you would want to use, one site that has helped me get and when I say every at-home job that I have ever had, would be this website that's called Rat Race Rebellion. I would definitely put it across the screen in the video as well. The site is called Rat Race Rebellion. When I tell you Rat Race Rebellion has helped me get every at-home job I've ever had, and I've had probably a total, I just got my printout of work history, and I've probably had a total of probably 10 work from home jobs, and that's just to be honest. So yeah, definitely with working from home, you definitely can use Rat Race Rebellion. Also, another site that's good is Indeed. Indeed is okay. Now, okay, with experience, now I'm starting to see that some at-home jobs are starting to post on Indeed. So Indeed can definitely work for you. But if you're looking to find majority of the at-home jobs, you definitely can go to Rat Race Rebellion or Indeed. They definitely do have at-home jobs on Indeed as well. Now, when you go on Indeed, you would want to put in the search field work from home. Work from home. That's what you would want to put in the link, and put the state that you live in, because if you don't put that in, it's gonna bring all the at-home jobs that are in other states, and it's not gonna help you unless you plan on moving to that state. So yeah. Now, a lot of people ask, they send me links, they ask, is this legit or is this, a scam? So things that you want to look for when you're searching for at-home jobs, you definitely don't want to get anything that you would have to pay for. Majority of the ones where you have to pay for, those are not scams. Those are just ones where those are considered as independent contractors. Independent contractors are jobs where you don't get a W-2 for it, because you'll get a 1099 miscellaneous form for that, because that would be considered as working for yourself. Now, if you want to do independent contract, by any means, go ahead and do it. But I never worked independent that was independent contractor, because with independent contractors, one, you have to pay for your own training. Two, you don't get paid while you're in training. Three, at the end, when it's time to file your taxes, you're gonna end up owing. Trust, I know this because I worked for TurboTax Intuit during tax time for 3 years now. So if you don't want to be mad and upset that you're not getting anything that you're owing and you never owed before, then you don't want to look toward independent contractor. That's just being real. Two, there's a company called Aspire. When I first started working from home, I did try to work for Aspire, but again, that is independent contractor. You have to pay for training. You don't get paid during training. Which a plus with independent contractor, a major plus with independent contractor is no taxes is being taken out of your check. Who wouldn't want no taxes being taken out of their check? I know I don't like when taxes come out my check, because so it's totally up to you if you want to do independent contractor, but there are some things that you definitely want to be mindful at the end. When you go to file your taxes, you may end up owing. I've definitely seen a lot of people who work for Amazon and they end up owing. So yeah. I'm also going to link down below different companies that have worked for me. A lot of people ask about the pay rate. This is another thing. Alright, so pay rate, it all depends on the company. I've worked with some companies where I only got paid $8. I worked with some companies where I've got paid $15. So it just all depends on what company you go with. Now, when deciding on what company to go with, that's totally up to you. One thing that you don't want to do, things that I've learned, if you're going to work for a specific company, you definitely don't want to say what project it is, because you will have to sign a non-disclosure agreement stating that you won't give out any information for the company that you're working with. You won't tell when new products and everything is coming out. Basically, like Apple. Apple is not going to tell you when any of their new products coming out. I've learned this. Pretty much, you can be at work one day, people gonna call in, cuss you out. You could be at work all day, and you really don't know when new products are gonna come out. And then the next day, boom, the iPhone 12 done got released, and there's a press conference letting you know on what new products coming out, when they're gonna come out. And then, you just, have to get cussed out. Another thing with working from home, you are going to get cussed out. So if you're a person that has a attitude, this job may not be for you. I have attitude, but like I said, I'm not a finesse, and I know my tricks and tips to getting past it. Because at the end of the day, you will never see this person. That person will never see you. And majority of the people in the world is nasty. If you're going to work from home, you're going to have to learn self-control. Because it's going to get to a point where this person is calling you every name in the book. And you wanting to go off on them, but you can't go off on them. Because if you go off on them, you're going to get fired. And then you're going to be out of a good-ass job. Point blank, period. So yeah, what else? We work from home. So yeah, that's pretty much about working from home. If I miss anything, definitely read the description down below. I would definitely link everything below. If you hear anything in the background, that's my trainer right now. I'm actually currently at work right now, recording this video for y'all. So I definitely want to say thanks to everybody who did support my first video that I put out. It was only one video, so it definitely did do as good as I thought it was gonna do. Yeah, you know, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you stop this video right now. Stop what you're doing right now and make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Because I told y'all these videos, they come in, I'm constantly thinking of content. I'm constantly thinking of things that I could do to make my channel unique. Thinking of things that I could do to make my channel grow. So definitely y'all stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. Like I said, keep doing you is the motto for my channel. Definitely, if you have a vision or if you want to do anything and you just feel like, you know, you don't know how people is going to take it, or how, if people are going to support you, bump what anybody say. Just do what makes you happy, and that's basically what I'm doing. This YouTube channel is definitely what makes me happy. So if you support, you support. If you don't, you don't. But when I'm up, please don't try to dig right, because it's only up from here. And definitely don't take that in the wrong way, because I'm kind of like the ugly duckling. I always been the quiet one. If you don't know me in real life, I always been the quiet one. So definitely doing this YouTube channel is definitely coming out of my shell. Like I said, y'all please leave what kind of videos y'all want me to do, what y'all want to see. I definitely have challenges that's coming up. I definitely have a Who Knows Me Best video is coming out. I think I'm going to do a birthday vlog. That video probably be posted on my birthday if I do post anything. I definitely are going to do